What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. I hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. So I want to clarify something that I said in the video that I posted yesterday, right? In that video, I discussed a lot of the UFC brothers, a lot of black men in the UFC being on raccoon time, right? And when I spoke in the video, you had people interpreting what I was saying as me saying mixed martial arts is not for black people, because that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I didn't say MMA, mixed martial arts, is not for black people. What I said, and some of y'all already know what I was saying, you just trying to twist my words up, or you trying to I don't know. But some of y'all maybe didn't get it. What I was saying is that the culture of mixed martial arts and the culture of the UFC is not inviting to black folks like that. Especially if you unapologetically black. What do I mean by that? You're a black person who does not believe that racism is a figment of black people's imagination. You know what I mean? If you're a black man like me, I don't think racism is made up. I think racism is a thing that our people have definitely suffered from throughout our entire time in America, and not even just in America, worldwide, right? And something that our people are still fighting against to this day. You know what I mean? I'm a black man who believes that. I'm a black man who is not walking around with MAGA stickers all on my car and all on my crib and all that. I'm not one of them. I'm a black man who is proudly representing black culture. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna conform the way I talk, the way I present myself, to seem like I'm not from a black environment. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So like what I was saying, now I'm rambling, but yeah, like MMA, the culture of MMA is not really inviting to black men, who are really, again, unapologetically black. It's like they only welcoming of black men who act like racism don't exist, who are MAGA black men who really didn't grow up in black culture like that. And so, because a lot of times when black folks don't grow up in black culture, they downplay racism. They act like racism isn't a big deal. They start taking that Morgan Freeman approach. If you want racism to end, stop talking about it. That silly ass, dumbass approach. You feel me? And so they are inviting of black men like that. Black men who you know what I mean? Who don't really identify with black culture much. That's who they are accepting of. Black men who did not grow up where hip-hop music was played. They grew up where country music was played predominantly and all of that. There's nothing wrong with country music at all. I'm not saying that. But y'all get what I'm saying. In black communities, for the most part, country music is not the number one musical genre played in our areas where we grow up. You're going to hear in black communities, you're going to hear hip-hop, R&B, you're going to hear soul music, you're going to hear neo-soul, you're going to hear some jazz, stuff like that, But anyway, yeah, I say that because I spoke about the atmosphere of MMA. A lot of the people that the fans are, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of the fans of MMA are anti-black racists. A lot of them. A lot of the fans of MMA don't really fuck with black folks like that. They really don't. They don't really rock with black people like that. A lot of the fans of MMA are of the belief that racism is a figment of black people's imagination. A lot of the fans of MMA call black people who push back against racism, they call us professional victims. They call us victims and all that type of stuff, right? A lot of the fans of MMA also rock Confederate flags. You see what I'm saying? So that environment is not welcoming to a black man like me. I'ma immediately have pushback against that type of shit. I'm not gonna rock with it. I'm not gonna be, oh, it's so cool. A lot of the fans of MMA feel like all racists should be able to say the N-word. A lot of the fans of UFC and the MMA feel like, hey, white people should be able to say the N-word, non-black people should be able to say it, and nobody should get mad. A lot of the fans of MMA and UFC culture believe that George Floyd did not die from a knee on his neck. They believe fentanyl. They don't believe, they say it. They say fentanyl killed George Floyd. A lot of the fans of of MMA and UFC, they will holler when we talk about police brutality. They love, their favorite retort is, what about Chicago? You feel me? As if black people have not protested uh death and homicides in the black community forever. We've always protested that, still to this day. You feel me? So yeah, that shit like that crowd, that aura is not something I would even want to be around. I wouldn't even want to be in a crowd and no shit like that, because I feel like I'm gonna hear the N-word being said over here, over there, and then I'm gonna be ready to whoop somebody's ass in the crowd, and I'm not trying to go to jail because I got these kids I'm trying to take care of. I'm bound to see probably a Confederate flag flying around. That ain't, no. That environment, the environment of it, the culture of it does not seem embracive of black people. So there's nothing wrong with liking UFC or MMA. Nothing wrong with it at all. I see why people probably enjoy it, because it's a combat sport. I love boxing because I grew up watching it, and it's a combat sport that I really enjoy. So there's nothing wrong with it if you enjoy it, if you love it. Nothing. Black people participate in MMA all the time. A lot of black mixed martial artists. What I'm saying is that the culture of it is not inviting to black people like that.